There's a verse in the Torah that says man is like a tree in the field. A human being emulates a tree and is nurtured by the education it receives by its parents, its mentors, teachers, or rabbis. And ultimately the tree grows, and not only does it grow and produce beautiful leaves, but at the same time, many trees produce fruits which can be children, or the fruits of our labors which are good deeds. The Lubavitcher Rebbe taught us that our mission is to reach out to every single Jew, regardless of their affiliation or background, and to bring them in one by one, and to ignite their inner spark. Because every single Jew has a beautiful soul, which is their inner spark. But sometimes that spark needs a little bit of nurturing, a little bit of warming up. And that is precisely what we're doing here, to be an embassy of light in our corner of Houston, our West Houston neighborhood.
I think Chabad is very unique with respect to everyone is welcome, everyone counts, and everyone has something to share and add to the complete picture. I think people find happiness with Chabad, they find comfort with Chabad.
We began with what's known as the JLI, the Jewish Learning Institute, which was through the Chabad Outreach Organization, and it was a course that was taught at the JCC in Derry, Ashford. At the same time, we began a monthly lunch and learn in the office of Echo Medical Systems, where I met Mr. Tzvi Teicher. And Mr. Teicher had an idea. Wouldn't it be nice if we would be able to have some sort of a Sunday morning program? And it was at that point that my wife Elisa and I began a twice-a-month program known as JUMP. A couple of years later, after many successful high holiday events, we felt that it was time to take our programs to the next level and to establish an actual center on the west side. It was at that point when Dr. Mickey Shapiro and his wife Lily were so kind and gracious and donated one of their properties on Westheimer Road.
I've been always looking to do something for my community, some kind of mitzvah, and I had the opportunity to offer some space in one of my properties to Rabbi Goldstein. He took it, and I understand it was very, very successful. I am very proud of what I did, and I hope it is a good situation for the entire Jewish community in Houston.
I went to the classes. There were 3 adults, and so we started out with very small class, and the space was donated, but it was wonderful. It worked great.
And it was there when we took on the next level, opening up a full-time Hebrew school and becoming more and more of a community. After one very successful year, we were able to move here to the Coed building on Memorial, where we continued to expand our programs.
Starting out, we had 20 kids, 2 teachers, and we grew. We changed buildings. I've seen tremendous growth. The children really advance in their learning and their skills, and they gain a real love for Judaism. Houston is a very large city, and there are Jews in many corners of the city. And to have a Sunday school, an educational program for the students that do not get a Jewish education during the week. So I think it's very important that there is a Sunday school here. And I think it's a nice sense of community as well, adding to the whole sense of family and part of the whole Chai Learning Center.
Educating the children is really top priority. It's where the future is, and the children will bring it into the house, and they'll ask parents questions, and then their parents will want to learn more. So it's very important, I think, to educate children and for it to be a positive experience for them, and that's what it is.
And as you well know, we have over 50 children now in Sunday school and a whole lot more than 3 adults. So it's been wonderful.
When we decided to leave the synagogue that we were affiliated with, Jonathan was our son, was going to be bar mitzvahed. I was kind of in a quandary. We live on the west side of town, and how was I going to be able to find a bar mitzvah class for Jonathan? How was Jonathan going to be able to continue his education, his Jewish education? And I called Rabbi Goldstein, and he said, that if he found 2 other kids or even 1 other kid, he would put a class together for Jonathan. Well, he did, and Jonathan had his bar mitzvah group. So at that point, I think Rabbi Goldstein was introduced to our family.
In meeting Rabbi Goldstein, I found out there were Jews on the West Side. That's who he was trying to service. And so we began working what became where we're sitting now. Hi.
How would I describe Rabbi Goldstein? He's a truly wonderful, wonderful person. He has a lovely personality. He's very outgoing, very warm, very, very friendly, and he goes out of his way to be of service to people.
Everybody will call him a sunshine rabbi. That's what I call him. He's a happy guy, and he is energy unbelievable. He's a rabbi that goes out to the high schools, he goes to the prisons. I don't know how he does it. I absolutely don't know how he does it. He makes time, he's got all these children, takes care of his children, his wife. They're a phenomenal bunch of people.
Even if you don't know him very well, once you meet him, you feel like you've known him for a long time. He has an ability to get under people's skin, and one doesn't even understand or appreciate why that's happening or how it's happening.
When people see that you reach out to them and you're coming to help them, that's like inspiring for them. If this random rabbi with a red beard can come out here and help me, like, how much more can I do to make the world a better place? He does Friendship Circle, he visits inmates in the prison, he does classes here, he does the Sunday school here, he's fundraising, he's always busy, but he's awesome about him because he still always makes time for us.
Around Hanukkah time, he's knocking on the door with candles to make sure we have candles. Purim, he brings shalachmanis to us. I mean, who can do all of these things? And it's not a group of people that he's gathered together. It's just him.
And the closer you get to God, you need to talk about it, learn about it. You crave that longing for knowledge. And this is a place that fulfills that need.
But it's to ignite their feeling for God. That's his goal.
A very touching story. There was an 86-year-old surgeon who had been diagnosed with a very, very bad cancer. And he was admitted to Memorial City Hospital where he began his treatments. And it was there when we began our relationship. I had come and visited and talked with him about many important Jewish things and helped reintroduce him to his Jewish roots. Eventually, after he got out of the hospital, we were able to set up a bar mitzvah where he put on tefillin for the first time in his life. And it's these mitzvahs that are priceless. And they keep me motivated to continue to touch every Jew, one Jew at a time, with one mitzvah at a time, and make this world a much better place.
It was absolutely incredible. Yeah, and I have picture. He emailed me, and I mailed my friends, and received Mazel Tov.
Elisa and Rabbi Goldstein are very, very caring and warm individuals. They've opened their home to us. They've offered their own persons to us, and that's a true gift.
It was so wonderful. I kept coming back class after class, and slowly but surely, we talked about me joining services, and I brought my husband along, and then it was kind of a progression. The children started going to Sunday school. I knew this was the place. When he said it was going to be here, I was like, well, we're definitely coming. This is a place for us.
One of the things that we really value is having the convenience of having the Jewish community here in Westside Houston. It makes it so much easier, and it really enriches our lives, and it enables us to connect more into Judaism. So we really appreciate having that.
Just come on a Friday night, attend the service, and then join in the Friday night dinner here, where you get to meet a lot of other people, maybe similar to yourself, different from yourself, a wide range of people, and also there is a spiritual input which will eventually pull you in even more if you allow it to.
Yo estoy muy, muy, muy feliz con la gente que viene, con toda la gente. Yo me siento muy aceptada, y eso a mí me encanta.
So there's so many facets, so many ways that we use the center. It's not just for Sunday school, it's not just for me, it's not just for my husband, it's for the whole family. And that's what I really like, is that when we come, we all come together.
Our holiday programs to me is the most exciting because it makes people have pride, Jewish pride, that they feel like they belong and they're proud to belong. And it's not just you out alone and Katie, but you're part of a family, you're part of a greater picture. And I think that when someone feels that, they want to keep on coming back.
The people here are wonderful. They're very kind, they're very caring, and they really get involved, and I think that's wonderful. In addition, though, I think that in order to really grow that home, we really need to be able to have a presence and help out as much as we can.
My vision for the future is that we'll be able to purchase a permanent home and make it the Embassy for Judaism in West Houston. And we'll be able to offer more consistent services, whether they are daily or weekly, and we'll be able to have holiday services, and all those services that we currently have to outsource and do in other places, we'll be able to have them under one roof, and that will be our home. Because every single Jew is a welcome member of our organization.
But we're still working very, very hard on the people that live here. They should be members. Every single one of those 700 families should be a member of Chai. Whether they want to worship, whether they want to have a place just to meet their peers. He has a program for everybody.
And we offer an identity, a Jewish identity, which can be very easily lost.
If many people living in West Houston do not have a connection to the main community in Southwest Houston, we have to try our best and do what one of the Rebbe's predecessors taught, to make Israel where you are. We have to create a more vibrant Jewish community here, so people don't have to schlep elsewhere 30 or 40 minutes away to get their fill of Judaism. We're going to bring it to them, because this leads to continuity, and that's very important. L'dor vador, from generation to generation.
Come to the Chai Center.